My name's Ben. You may have noticed I am neither a chicken nor am I in shape to be running around. But there are 9 lovely ladies just here.
We're here with Ben Casey at the Royal Karangarra Hotel, which is in Tambo, sort of centrally Queensland, outback Queensland. Firstly, g'day Ben, how you going?
Very good, thank you.
Now you came to this pub a while ago, you're the licensee and I guess soon will be the owner. How did you get to make the trip here?
Look, I'm from Townsville originally, so Mum and Dad had pubs, so I sort of grew up in it. When they split up, they got out of pubs and I stayed in it. Had some corporate jobs, bought a little cafe. Then I remembered I'm not very good at getting out of bed early in the morning, and really wanted a pub of my own. So went out to Winton first and bought a 10% share and managed the North Gregory Hotel. But in the end, really wanted something that was fully my own. So yeah, 4.5 years ago, 5 years ago, started looking for a hotel, and eventually settled on Tambo because such a great welcoming town. Got the Tambo Teddies, and it's on its way to the big ticket sort of Longreach and Winton, and settled on Tambo.
And the chicken races, how did the plan hatch for that?
So really wanted to do something around tourism based. The old school days of cold beer and good food for pubs, sadly it's not that easy anymore, much as we all wish it would be. The world's changed a touch, and so I wanted some entertainment, especially with the big influx of tourists that the outback gets. So wanted to do something a bit different, so I looked at cane toad racing and pig racing. Pig's too much hard work. Cane toad racing, the bloke I grew up watching on Manic Island, he always kissed the cane toads afterwards, so I wasn't into that. So I saw some guys in the States doing turkey racing. So really wanted to, that sounded pretty good to me. But turkeys, very boisterous animals, and we didn't get along, so we ate them and settled on chickens. So, and that was now 7.5 years ago.
Where are you? Oh no, they're doing it again. Ladies and gents, the girls out the back, they're the stars of the show, and they know it. They've been on TV 6 times in the last 12 months. They've been seen by over 100 million people overseas on Facebook. They've also got all these lovely people coming to see them, which is fantastic, except it does mean they've become prima donnas. So they've actually stopped coming out until they get some love. So I need your help. And this is a sentence you never thought you'd hear from a publican. I'll get you to put your drink down for a second. We need to start a slow clap. All right, so everybody with me. All right, that's pretty good. Are the girls coming? No, a little bit more love, a little bit more clapping. Let's get the ladies out here.
Yay!
Well, most of them are here.
Oh,
And you do it every night, eh?
7 nights a week, from April 1st to the end of October.
Yep.
At 5 o'clock, I race chickens.
And you do it very well too, Ben. I came last night, there was a big crowd here. I'd estimate, probably a couple of hundred people, would you think?
Yeah, we would have been just over about 120 last night, so this is
Okay.
the sort of peak of our season. I never would have thought I would have some grandstands in the back of my little hotel, but we had to, because during the peak of the season we get better than 100 plus every night.
Yeah.
And then in the sort of lead up and the come down from that, there's at least 30 or 40 people. It's fantastic.
Now, I was thinking, how on earth would you get the chickens to run, but how do you do it?
The girls aren't starved, I can promise you that. They got access to food all the time, but it's very much a natural instinct for a chicken. If you ever own chickens, generally you'll use the same scrap bucket. When you walk into their pen, they just come running at you because they know it's coming. So even if they're full, they will come to check out the scraps. So that's how we do it. Pretty much, they've got a natural instinct to hunt things, bugs and that kind of thing. And also they like the extra snack. So pretty much we just, once a week, there's a special snack in there, which drives them nuts. And the rest of it's just a bit of instinct.
Right, and like you auction the chickens and you raise money, could you tell us about that process?
Yeah, look, so that, we want to be able to give back. So the West has been very welcoming to me, and the chicken races have been supported. So I really want to be able to give something back. So we've raised money for different charities, the Royal Flying Doctors Service. This year we're raising money for Little Windmills. So they're only a little charity, but they help raise money so they can help sick kids in the outback. They helped a friend of a friend. That's how I came across them. Great little charity. So all up for the different charities we've raised money for, and we've raised just over $30,000 as of
Wow.
of 4.5 years of doing it. So
That's awesome, Ben. Now, I noticed there was quite an enthusiastic bidding process last night. What's the highest bid you've ever had for one of your chickens?
So my highest bid was $2,367. So we were fundraising for Long Drive for the Drought. So there are a crew of people that come out in old cruisers. They've come here twice now, and both times they've held the record. So a great crew, and that was a very, very hectic night.
Beautiful. Now I notice also you're a very entertaining person as well. Where does that entertainment ability come from, Ben?
Oh, look, I don't know. My mum's a very well-spoken person, but she wouldn't like being on stage. And my father, he's a publican, so I guess it comes from that. But he's also terrible on stage. He's good behind the bar, but terrible with a microphone on stage. So not really sure. I've always loved music and loved entertainment sort of growing up as a kid. Sadly, I don't have any musical talent in the slightest, as hard as I tried. So I think doing some so bad it's good entertainment at a pub is where I end up being able to release that love and passion for being theatrical.
Yeah, look, I love your courage. You're not actually chicken about doing puns, are you, really?
No, not at all. There's unlimited amounts of foul jokes.
So Ben, all your chooks are different colours and different names, and it's very entertaining to meet all your chooks there. And I know the people we were with last night were so excited to bid on the purple chook, Priscilla.
Yes.
And my wife went to read her book last night, and unbelievably the first line was about a lady called Priscilla Devlin. So
Might be an omen for tonight then.
It could be. So look, if you were one of your chooks, which one would you be and why?
Oh, look, I'm not that hard working, so I couldn't come back as Baku Blue, who generally is the best racer. I'd probably come back as Priscilla, the chicken we're just talking about. She's a bit smarter. She doesn't necessarily when she wins, she doesn't do all the laps. She just she knows where the food's going to end up. So I try and work smarter, not harder. So I reckon I'd be Priscilla.
Well, Ben, look, thanks very much for talking to us this afternoon. We're looking forward to this evening. Have you got a tip?
At the moment, Baku Blue, but I find it boring to always back the favourite. The odds aren't as good, and it's not as good as a story the next day. So if I was gonna pick a roughie, I reckon we got to go the Ginger Ninja.
The Ginger Ninja. There's the word from the expert himself, Ben Casey. Thank you very much. It's been an honour.
Thanks, eh?
Okay, cheers.
Of this show, you wouldn't want to shell out money for these jokes, would you? Right, ladies and gents. We promise you chicken racing. Let's do some chicken racing. Ladies, the car is in. Rest of you. Hello, anybody? Ladies and gents, we are on lap number 1 here at Chicken Racing in Canberra.
Which way are we going?
In the corner, we are all hoping in unweighted breath. Ladies, are we going to get involved, please? Are we getting involved, ladies and gents? Here we go, run lap number 2. Well, the car is. The chickens have done a total of 1 lap. Right, here we go, ladies and gents, on lap number 2. All right, we've got a fair play. Come on, ladies, can we get involved, please? Here we go, run lap number 2. We're on lap number 3. All right, of the world. Come on, ladies. Here we go, we've got 2 laps to go.
Hey!
We're deciding to get involved. All right, here we go, let's go. Final lap. And you've got a chicken. Cheers.
outback and snow glory. Thanks. Thanks for reminding us about that.